What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some more Watcher of Realms. If I sound a little bit sick, it's because I still am a little bit sick. Got really unluckers, caught a sickness, was beating it down, caught another one right afterwards. So it's been a little bit since I've been able to make a video. They weren't like terrible sicknesses, like I wasn't like deathly ill and dying. Just a lot of congestion, so really hard to talk for a long period of time. Still feeling a little bit, but definitely on the mend, and that feels great. Today, got a couple of things I want to do. First thing I want to do, I want to go ahead and summon that Abomination, because we're going to lose the chance to do that very, very soon. I'd like to go ahead and get my copy out while I can. Then we're going to jump in, grab our Prime pick, because I haven't done that yet. I know we've had him for like, I don't know, a week and a half or 2 weeks or so. I'm going to go ahead and snag that out, and then we're probably going to jump in and do some guild boss fights, just to kind of see what of a difference having that dude makes. So first up, let's go ahead, jump in here, and snag out our Abomination. I've got everybody that I need to do this, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to go ahead and just throw all these in. Oh, ooh. Make sure you don't click the wrong one there. That would be a real bummer. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and stick those guys in there. Go ahead and pop you in there. And let's go ahead and fuse this guy up. Boop, there we go. Snag out our Abomination. I'm pretty sure you can only fuse them once. I could be wrong on that. Guess we'll go ahead and share that and grab our 50 diamondes for it. There we go. Got our Abomination copy done. That's great. He does disappear, so you can't fuse multiples of them. Kind of makes sense. But that was pretty much over with, so we're going to get Salazar here very soon. Probably try to fuse one of those up as well, because he is Nightmare, and he does have Bleed, which is nice. But Abomination, pretty solid hero. I actually used him to push through Gear Raid. I've made a little bit of progress on the account since I've been sick and dying and all that great stuff. We've pushed our Gear Raid up to Gear Raid 19, so I've actually managed to beat one of the 19 stages. That was great. Abomination, believe it or not, came in very clutch here. So having the Awaken 1 on him is going to be very nice. Gear Raid 2, we got all the way to Stage 20. 21, not happening yet. We're just not quite there. Stage 20, knocked it out. So that's our highest raid right now. Gear Raid 3, that's just sad mode. We're not messing with that one for a while. That's just tough. We're not quite there yet. Missing a lot of really good marksmen on the account. Made a little bit of progress in Gear Dungeon 2, pretty much nothing in Gear Dungeon 1, but that's just kind of the overview of progress made. Now we're going to jump over here, snag out our Prime pick, because I've been waiting for a while to do it. Bam! Going to go ahead and use this sucker. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying, like, hey, you need to be taking if you haven't gotten an Elowen, you should pick Elowen with this. I'm just going to say it. Maybe as a super in-game player, if you don't have Elowen, she's like what you need, take her. But for players kind of in the mid-game like me, that early mid-game, she's not going to make any difference to my teams anywhere. She's going to make zero progress for my team at all. Whereas grabbing out a Lord hero like Torodor is going to make a significant amount of progress for my team. So the way I look at it is, personally, I think Elowen's a bit overhyped for how important she is. Yes, in the end game, she might be the best hero for all this crap, but until you're there and you're still trying to get your gear raids upgraded to farm higher, do better guild boss damage, you're probably better off taking a Lord hero, because they're way more rare, way harder to get. Might as well grab those. Not sure why Morrigan doesn't show up as a Lord hero. That's kind of weird. But we're going to grab Torodor, because I do a lot of Nightmare stuff. I like doing guild boss fights. He's great for guild boss fighting. So let's grab this dude out like, boop. Oh, we get a little video on it. Let's watch it. But yeah, we're going to get this guy. I think I've got enough stuff to go ahead and take this guy. We still got these black bars. What in the scrotum is going on here? Why do these exist? Go away. I don't know, but whatever. We'll get this guy upgraded to max. Then we'll take into guild boss, see what kind of boost of damage we're getting out of him, because right now, Wrath is our Lord hero. He does not provide nearly the team buff that Torodor does. Plus, Torodor's just, hey, he's cool, big bull bro, and he's kind of just good all around. Kind of a tank slash DPS hybrid, so that's going to be... Sorry. Still coughing a little bit. That's going to be pretty good for us, I hope. So let's go ahead and get that guy upgraded, because it just makes sense to do that. Where you at, bud? You be down here somewhere. Torodor. Add this bro to the favorites. And now let's upgrade. Bam! I've got plenty of blue juice. I think I've got plenty of star up material. I do. Let's go ahead and get him all the way to 6. Like bam. And like bam. And let's go ahead and upgrade him all the way to 60. Like bam. And now I should have everything to promote this guy. Good lord, do I have enough of those blue things? I think so. I think I do. Yeah. Get you some. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're not going to watch that every single time, but you got to watch it the first time at least, right? go ahead and get this guy all the way up. Bam. Yep. There we go. Defense reduction on every single attack. That's really nice. That just keeps a constant defense debuff. That's going to be great for Guild Boss 1 and for Guild Boss 2. So that's definitely a good thing to have. I'm probably going to replace Ares in my lineup with this guy because Ares kind of does the same thing for me, where he brings the that defense reduction to the team, whereas this guy does it now, plus he's a better Lord hero, so I might as well throw him in the team instead. I could just use him as a Lord and still run Ares, and I might do some tests with that and see if Ares does better than Torodor in the team actually dealing damage, or if Torodor is a stronger option. So that's something we'll have to, I guess, figure out eventually. For nows, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to probably throw Torodor in because he's new to the team, see what he's kind of capable of, since I have, no background testing on him. Boop, there we go. Nice. Fully upgraded, fully promoted gear. I could just equip him with what I have currently on Ares. It's not a terrible set. It's not really a tanking set, obviously, because Ares is a fighter. We'll give him a little bit more damage. I might just do that, because Ares is not going to be in the team for now. And that'll be a pretty good way to test them versus each other, since, it's the same exact gear on the dudes. I'm not sure how important all the stats and stuff are going to be for him, if he's just more there for the Lord buff or not. I can tweak and actually get him a good gear set later. Do want to upgrade some of his skills, though. At least get him to the point where he's using legendary skill crystals. There's one passive I really kind of want to get. I think it's this one. This is going to be nice. I would like to get this one all the way maxed if possible, just because it's going to help a lot in Guild Boss 2. Being able to inflict that stun more often, that's more procs against that Saw Blade attack. That'll be great. Let's go ahead, pop this up. Boop. I guess we're getting all the upgrades for the ultimate so far. Yeah, let's go ahead and I'm not sure how many upgrades you get before it starts taking the skill crystals, but we're probably getting close. Yeah, we're already there. So we did get at least one of these, so trigger chance 25%. That's nice. Not too worried about the damage. We only have 4 crystals, bro. We are broke. We're broke hard. I'm not going to dump skill crystals into him just yet. We'll wait on that. Artifact. What's a good one for you? Maybe something that increases damage? That's attack. Not terrible. Sure. That sounds nice. We'll put that on you, and we will enhance that. I got enough to take it up to 10. Let's go ahead and pop this thing to level 10. And then we'll jump in, do some guild boss fighting. So, pop, beep. There we are. Look at that. 15% permanent damage boost. Why not? I'm not expecting him to do insane amounts of damage. Don't get me wrong. That's not really what I'm expecting here. 14,000 attack, though, for a tank. Not bad. Especially being it does not have the greatest of equipment on. I mean, it's not terrible equipment, but it's not like... It ain't super good equipment. But let's go ahead, jump in, and I guess if you guys don't know about Torodor, probably should tell you a little bit about why I want him so bad versus someone like Elowen. And it's his Lord skill. So his Lord skill is already better than Wrath's just by default. He gets 5% more of a buff to everyone's attributes, but he also reduces this penalty to healing received. But the biggest thing is 30% chance for every basic attack on your team members to attack twice. That's super nice. That's a huge damage increase over the course of an entire battle. So that's a really big Lord skill. Not to mention, he does give me a defense reduction constantly on enemies he's attacking. This is really, really important for Guild Boss 2, because that defense level, very, very high. We're not going to probably take Guild Boss 2 today. We're going to be doing Guild Boss 1. So let's click on that, click on this. So right now, I've been doing Nightmare 3. I've been trying to get myself over 18,000 damage in one hit, just so I can kind of get this chest on its own. I finally reached that literally last night. I made it just over 18,000 with my team. It might have been a fluke. Maybe I was just really lucky, but hopefully Torodor will make that far more consistent, and then we can try Nightmare 4. Now, Nightmare 4 has been very, very tough for me. That last shield the boss pops up is just such a big shield. I can't make it through it. My team dies off. I end up around 12,000, 13,000 points, and I'm just curious to see if Torodor added to the team is going to help me get through that last shield and boost my damage further, or not. So, first things first, let's jump in here, replace Wrath with... Where are you at, big boy? Torodor. There we go. So this is going to be hopefully pretty good. Ares is getting dropped out of the team. We won't be using him. We're using him instead. Nothing else is really going to make a difference. Leave everybody else kind of the same way. I guess we'll play test it, kind of see, because I do have like an order I do things in. It's very easy for me to mess them up because, you know, slow brain kind of thing. Let's go ahead and skip the intro here. First unit I put down is Kagiri. The reason I do this is it gets his ult back very quickly, and he has his ult. He can dodge that very first attack the boss lays out. Oh, not Ares. Almost made a mistake already. Get Torodor in here, get Lust here in the middle, get this guy down like so. Probably should have had Hollow out a hair earlier to get her heal popping. Get Pyros over here on this side, and Dolores to buff those units on this little corner. So we got just enough time here. Pop Kagiri, dodge that roar. Just kidding, somehow he still got hit by that roar. That might just be a little bit of a bug. Generally he dodges that, he doesn't get hit by it, but it's okay. Nobody should die from this first little blast here. Pop Hollow's ult, start giving everybody, oh, I missed this, so I should have popped that earlier as well. Not a huge deal, we can make up for it probably, but it's going to be what it's going to be. Like I said, Scatterbrain definitely gets me every now and again. She should get everybody healed up pretty well. I'll dodge this last meteorite impact with Kagiri. That'll give him his little attack boost. Go ahead and pop that there. Dodges it, does good. Gonna pop his little thingy, so let's go ahead and get everybody rolling here. Now, we're not going to have Pyros' ult this time, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. We'll save him for the, we'll have him for the second shield, which we will probably need him. Well, not on Nightmare 3. That's Nightmare 4. We probably could just go ahead and pop him as soon as he gets it. He should get it back before the next shield, but damage so far, not looking too crazy above what I've already been doing. 4,300, still not bad damage, of course. I'm pretty happy with that for the first shield. That means we'll probably be around what we were getting earlier. We'll see. I don't really necessarily know yet. I'm gonna play this just in one time, because if I do it any faster than that, I'm gonna mistime something. I'll be a sad boy. I'll cry a little bit. No one wants to see that. So we're just gonna let this roll. Here he goes. Pop that. That time he dodges it. Go ahead and pop Hollow's ult. Get her, start healing everybody up, keeping them full health. That way they don't die from the meteorite impacts, but it also gives them a little bit of rage. Kind of get their skills back, make sure everybody's topped up and ready to go for that next shield. I'm going to save on Pyros' ult instead of popping it now. I'm going to save it for the shield, just so I'm making sure I'm doing a good burst damage there at the end. After this, we're going to pop Kagiri one more time to dodge this next meteorite impact, and then we'll go about doing the same thing as before. Go ahead and pop that. He dodges it. Going to go into his little shield animations. Go ahead and pop everybody. I think it's pretty important that you're not supposed to pop like Pyros before you pop your other ults, or they can't trigger their ult. So I don't know if that makes a big difference or not. We are kind of blitzing through some damage here. Second shield already pushing nearly 10,000. I like that. I do like that a lot. Throw it in 2x for now. Just kind of get him back to his next promotion phase. Speed it along a little bit, because nothing that happens here is too very important. Just going to yell a little bit and then yell again, I guess. Slow it back down, get ourselves ready, pop Kagiri here, dodge that, pop this. I guess I'm going to go ahead and pop Pyros' ult here just because I might as well. Don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. We should, hopefully with Hollow having her ult going right now, should have it back for that last shield phase. If not, we'll have it right there at the end, and that should be fine. So Roar coming in, we'll wait for his meteorite impact, then we'll pop Kagiri. Dodge that, get his little attack boost going on. You just gotta make sure you dodge it within like the last 3 seconds or something, or first 3 seconds of when he pops it. That way he gets that little attack boost out. Here we go, pop this, pop this, pop this, pop that, pop that. He's gonna get his ult as well, pop this. That shield should go down, just like so. Pop that in 2x. Quite a bit of damage jumped up there. We're at 14,000, 15,000 already, that's looking pretty good. I like that. So are we gonna, I feel like we're still capable of breaking 18k here. I feel like that's definitely possible. I'm still gonna wait to pop Hollow until after his first roar, because if I do it early, people can actually die from his attacks. So that's never good. Go ahead and pop this ult, dodge that, go ahead and get this going, go ahead and pop him, get that rolling. I'm gonna wait for a second on Dolores. I don't know how long she lasts on her ult. I wanna say it's like 25 or 30 seconds. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me. Go ahead and pop everyone's ult there. We'll get one more Kagiri slash off on that last meteorite impact. We're going to go ahead and pop this right here. And then he's going to go ahead and do his meteorite. We're going to dodge with Kagiri, like so. Slip around, do a little bit of damage. Looking like we're still in the 18,000 range, but definitely going to break 19 this time, and that's great. Could pop his ult there for the last second. Not going to worry about it too much. So the damage increase, not quite as much as I was kind of thinking it would be. Obviously, it's still our best run, 19,200. That's better than 18,000. But the damage didn't jump up as much as I really expected it to. I kind of figured we'd be getting a lot higher numbers out of everybody. He didn't do great damage, 8 million. Not bad for a tank, obviously. I think Ares was doing around 10 to 12, so not terrible. These guys' damage didn't jump up as much as I kind of figured it would. They're still pretty high, don't get me wrong. I like 54 million damage. That looks great to me. I do enjoy it. 46 million from Lust here. Deimos hitting 21. He used to hit a little bit higher around the 30s, but that's before I swapped kind of his better gear over to Lust, because she's better. Deimos is cool, Lust is stronger. So I swapped everything to her, got Kagiri with some good damage dealing stuff on, so he's dropping 54 mil, looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Not quite the crazy blowout I was hoping for in damage, like 20,000 plus, but I mean over 1,000 damage, definitely a big increase. I like that. I was waiting for it to like calculate, but it's obviously not going to, because, you know, whatever. It was a playtest. But I do want to try Nightmare 4. That last shield is like 20 million health. It's crazy high. So I want to see if I can't beat it. Normally, we're going to go ahead and playtest this one as well. Keep everything the same. Then kind of run it again. Like so. I understand. Give this one a run. So far, I haven't been able to get past his third shield. It's just such a high amount of health. Kagiri, where you at? Get you down real early. Pop you in, pop you in, pop you in. Probably should be popping her out a little earlier to get her ult charging a little bit faster. Not Ares, nice try. Boop, Pyros, and Dolores. Dolores, I said. There we go, perfect. Alright, so this time I will remember to pop Pyros very early. Go ahead and get that, dodge, pop Pyros. My ultimate timing might not be the best out there, or like how you're supposed to do it theoretically, but it generally tends to work for me, so I don't mess with it too much. If it's working, I don't see a great reason to change things, unless it's like, you know, because her ult does last for like 45 seconds. Oops, did I mess up? No, I didn't. We're good. We're fine. I was like, uh-oh. We're okay. It does last a very long time, so I'm not sure if it's better to pop it a little earlier into the fight and let her kind of deal some more damage that way instead of wasting a lot of time on your ults. Very possible if that's the case. Go ahead and do this. First shield should go down, no problem. Second shield was a little bit tighter, but we'll see if maybe we can continue a little further now. I don't know. Is he going to say promoted soon? Yeah. Okay, so we're already at 5,000. That's pretty good first shield. I like seeing that. Gonna get his little roar coming in. We'll dodge that with Kagiri. This is the best way I've found to use Kagiri. I could be totally wrong on that. We'll pop this. I'm going to save Pyros' ult and not use it early because I want to make sure I have it for the shield as early as possible so that I can nuke that shield down. Because it gets really heavy really fast. I think it's like 12 million health on his second shield. That third one I want to say is like 19 mil. So it's crazy high. Let this kind of run out. This will be his last little meteorite coming in. We'll dodge it, pop everybody's ults, and get ready to go. So nobody should die. Pop this, dodge that. Here's going to come his thing. Just go and pop all this, pop that, pop this, pop that, pop dims. The only thing we are currently missing right now that I did give up by not... See that huge chunk of damage came out of there all at once? That's Pyros' ult kind of finishing off. But we did lose Ares' physical vulnerability damage. And that was obviously a pretty big boost to the team. 35% vulnerability when he pops his ult is pretty crazy. So I'm going to try to play this expecting to get through the third shield, even though so far that's never happened. Go ahead and dodge this. Pop the ult, get everybody kind of healed, make sure nobody dies. Gonna save on Pyros' ult again and try to replicate the same thing we just did there. Because if we're gonna make it through that shield, everyone's gonna be popping their ult on it. We can't be getting willy-nilly and loose with our ult popping timings. So hopefully it'll all work out. Give me a little yell sauce here, hurt me a little bit. Here comes the final meteorite. Dodge it with Kagiri, and go through the line of ults. Boom, and dodge it. And then start popping everyone's ults. Like so, like so, like so, like so, like so, and like so. Everyone's going. 19.3 million. This shield is absolutely massive. I'm not feeling like, I mean, it's close. This is as close as I've ever been. But it's looking like we're just barely gonna, I mean, I could try to pop her ult. It's not gonna make a difference. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I mean, and this is the downside, because now everybody's gonna die. And everybody's dead. Oh, he has a revive from death, I believe. I guess we can just kind of carry this one all the way through to its normal ending here. Go ahead and get these guys doing some damage. They won't do much. Normally, on that last shield, since I know I won't make it through, I tend to pop everybody's ult as fast as possible as soon as they get it, kind of in that last little phase before his shield pops up. And then at the end, instead of using Kagiri on that last meteorite strike, he's going to die before they even get him all the way to dead. Yeah, it's about 12... Really no difference in damage there, but like I said, we just lost everybody on the team. Doesn't really make any sense to put my out right now, because everybody's dead. But what I usually do is at that last shield break, instead of popping Kagiri on the meteorite strike, I'll save his ult, and then when he goes to drop that destructive breath, I just dodge Kagiri through it, so that he's there to do damage at the end. It does say that's my highest damage recorded, 12,772, so pretty close to 13. Kagiri obviously carrying the team pretty hard there. So, I mean, let's try it one more time, but this time we'll do it the, I guess, the dodge, the cheesy ult way, where we won't get killed by his destructive breath. Go ahead and play test this one out. I could probably throw it in 2x this time, so I've already gone through it a couple of times. You kind of get the idea of what I'm going to do here. Let's go ahead and get Kagiri out first, just like so. Get that defense reduction early. Pop you down like that. Lust here in the middle, smacking people with her whip. Get you over here. Probably a little bit late on hollow, just like every other time, so nothing has changed. And then we'll do like so. Here comes the roar. And we will dodge that, and we did. Pop him. I could throw this in 2x now. I think we'll probably be okay. Doubt we lose anyone, but you never know. Sometimes that's just kind of the way things go. Really only got to kind of time my Kagiri's dodge here on this first couple shield breaks. Hopefully don't forget it. And then accidentally, whoopsie doodles, do it anyway. For that last one, let's go ahead and pop everybody's ult. Get this guy down, broken. Get that damage rolling in. What were we at last time? A little over 4,000, 5,000 by the time we got promoted. Not bad. I mean, we're still pretty much the same thing. Nothing's really changed. Maybe variances and crit hits or something every now and again. He's going to roar. We're going to dodge. We're going to pop her ult. Going to pop Pyros' ult. That might be a mistake, but it might also be okay. Hopefully he'll get it back before the final shield break. Even if he doesn't get it back like right on time, he should get it back during the shield phase. Go ahead and pop that. Not too early. That's great. Let me see it. Go ahead and pop this, pop this, pop this, pop this, pop that, and perfect timing. Get this. And that should pop, and then he'll go down. There we go. A little bit tighter, as you can see there at the end. Where's my mouse at? I've lost it. There it is. A little bit tighter on the timing there because we didn't have Pyros right at the start, but we're still doing fine. On this one, we know we're going to lose everybody, right? So no one's going to survive it. I'm going to pop Kagiri for this first one, pop her, and then as everybody gets their ults, I'm just going to kind of start popping them just to make sure we're getting the most damage we kind of can out before they all die. We're not going to pop Kagiri on this last one. Very easy for me to forget doing that. Going to let him eat this damage, and then I'm going to dodge his destructive breath. So we're not going to break this shield. We already know that's not going to happen. We've already done more damage by doing it this way. I guess we can pop that for funsies. Go ahead and let this guy get his destructive breath. Kagiri dodges. Now we're going to have an extra hero up, actually, because Torodor does not die. Hopefully this will be okay, him trying to heal 4 people at a time. Pop this back into 1x just to make sure I'm kind of timing things okay. I'm already around 14,000, so this is definitely an improvement over the first time. Go ahead and just pop their ults as soon as they get them. Just kind of makes sense. I do believe you can't dodge the fire damage over time on this, even with Kagiri right now, because you'll see he won't get hit by the main attack, but he'll still catch the damage over time at the end. I'm not sure why that is. It just seems to be the way it goes. So Vortex feeling a little bit overloaded right now. Probably could have brought Medan and had maybe some better success. But kind of is what it is. We gotta get this ult in time. We are. Don't let anybody die. It's your one and only job. That was his last deal, so we don't get another pop here on the ult. But nearly 15,000. No point in popping this. It takes 8 seconds to go off. You wouldn't get out anyway. But definitely an improvement in damage there. 14,700, definitely better than 12,000. So pretty good improvement there. Kagiri obviously carrying most of the damage, being that he did not die on that third shield, can sneak through it. That's definitely a nice thing about Kagiri, is he can kind of cheese through those insta-kill moves. Very great. So awesome dude there. 41 million on Nightmare 4. Feeling happy about that. Everybody else obviously bringing a little bit less to the table, but not unhappy with that. Feel pretty good about it. Could we swap out Ares for maybe a different Nightmare unit for that last phase and do maybe a little bit more damage? It's possible. Not sure, but there we go. Pretty happy with how that turned out. As long as the auto fight doesn't like screw me and mistime things, it should be good to go. Sorry about that cough. But still stuck at reward tier 3 here. I'll be honest with you, I feel like the Nightmare 4 chests kind of suck worse than Nightmare 3s. I've been getting a lot of good loot out of this last Nightmare 3 chest, and Nightmare 4 just drops the dookie on me, it seems like, more often than not. But no big deal. Done our boss fights, got our Todor out, pretty happy to have him in the team. Feeling strong, feeling happy. And there we go. Got our Abomination. Didn't really, I guess I can go ahead and pop that Awaken into him, just because. Boop, and boop. Not going to pop that Unpolished Soulstone in there, though. Just this guy. The Awaken's actually pretty nice. Every time he does a charge attack, he also stuns. That's pretty cool. I'm definitely happy with that. That's good in a lot of areas, so definitely a nice Awaken for him. Go ahead and snag that out. Boop. And there we go. We got our first, well, not our first Awakened 5-star, but the first one that's not Volca, so it kind of counts. But yeah, I'm not really sure who I want to drop that Unpolished Soulstone on. Just holding on to it. Just waiting, because you never know. But there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support, and I will see you guys in the next one.